Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel for the second episode of Spotlighting Hidden Gems in Board Games. Today I'll be sharing my thoughts on some board games and card games off the beaten path that I think you might enjoy. I've covered all of these games in more detail over on Board Game Geek, so if you want to dive deeper, be sure to check them out in their corresponding forum pages. So without further ado, let's get started. To kick things off, let's start with Casablanca. Get ready to bluff your way to victory. Today we're exploring Casablanca, where your poker face is your best asset. Casablanca is a bluffing board game that combines mechanics of betting, set collection, and memory. Designed by Alex Randolph and published by FX Schmidt in 1977. It accommodates 2 to 4 players, takes about 30 minutes to play, and is suitable for ages 10 and up. Players aim to accumulate the most money by collecting matching sets of cards while navigating the board using hidden tokens. Bluffing is encouraged as players can risk being challenged by others. Successfully landing on a space matching the top card of the deck allows a player to claim that card and earn money. The game concludes when a player collects 4 of a kind, and the player with the most money wins. Casablanca is an intriguing bluffing board game that can be quite enjoyable, but its success largely depends on the player group you're with. If everyone plays it safe and avoids cheating, the game can feel dry and dull, dragging on without much excitement. However, when played with a group that enjoys taking risks and engaging in bluffing, it transforms into an exhilarating game. Overall, Casablanca can be a good game when played with the right group of players who are willing to embrace the bluffing and strategy involved. If you find a lively and competitive group, this game can deliver a lot of fun. Next up, we have Salamanca. In Salamanca, nobility isn't just a title, it's a battle for dominance. If you love Tigris and Euphrates, El Grande, or New England, stay tuned, this game could be right up your alley. Salamanca is a strategic board game that combines hand management and tile placement mechanics. Designed by the acclaimed game designer Stefan Dora and illustrated by Andrios Mack. It is published by Zoc Verlog. The game accommodates 2 to 5 players and typically lasts about 1 hour. Set in the 16th century in the province of Salamanca, Spain, players assume the roles of ambitious noble families developing their lands. They build fields, forests, and lakes around their castles while navigating challenges such as intrigues, tax collectors, and plagues. Success requires both strategic land development and a cool head, as players compete to become the Duke of Salamanca by amassing the most doubloons. Where Salamanca truly shines is in its gameplay. Every aspect is designed to encourage strategic thinking and planning. Players must carefully consider how to play their cards, select tiles, and determine the optimal times to occupy buildings or place Conde tokens. The decision-making process is rich and rewarding, as players strive to maximize their advantages while anticipating opponents' moves. In summary, Salamanca is an excellent game that combines strategic depth with engaging mechanics. It offers a tactile experience that is both dynamic and immersive. Players who enjoy titles like Tigris and Euphrates, New England, and El Grande will likely find Salamanca to be a perfect addition to their collection. With its elegant design and thoughtful gameplay, Salamanca is sure to provide hours of enjoyment for strategy enthusiasts. Next up, we have Heaveho. Get ready for a battle of wits and whimsy. Heaveho takes you to the Scottish Highlands for a tug-of-war adventure that's equal parts strategy and luck. Let's explore why this game deserves a spot on your shelf. Heaveho is a family card game with real-time featuring hand management and tug-of-war mechanics. The game is designed by Richard Borg, illustrated by Franz Vohwinkel, and is published by Cosmos and Rio Grande Games in 2002. The game accommodates 2 players only, takes around 30 to 40 minutes to play, and is suitable for ages 10 and up. In Heaveho, players venture to the Scottish Highlands to participate in a tug-of-war event. The objective is to pull a barrel towards one side of the track to win rounds. The first player to win 3 barrels claims victory. I really enjoy playing Heaveho. The gameplay is quite entertaining. This game is part of the two-player game series from Cosmos. The fast-paced and delightful gameplay keeps me engaged. However, it's important to note that as a card game, luck of the draw can influence the outcome, which is a common criticism. If you don't mind luck-based games with a competitive edge and some sneaky card plays, then you're in for a treat. Overall, heaveho is a very entertaining two-player game that I always enjoy. The team building and tug-of-war battles are a delight, and the charming artwork adds to the game's overall joy. If you don't mind the element of luck, this game is a hidden gem that ranks high among my favorites. I hope to see this awesome game return with a newer version, allowing more players to discover this gem of a game. In my previous board game compilation video, I covered the board game Plock. If you're looking for more fun tug-of-war games, definitely check that one out too, along with heaveho, which is another fantastic option. Next up, we have King's Breakfast. As the saying goes, you are what you eat, but in King's Breakfast, you better be careful not to out-eat the king. Let's dive into this fun card game. King's Breakfast, also known as King Louis, is a family card game that combines commodity speculation, open drafting, and set collection mechanics. Designed by Alan R. Moon and Aaron Weisblum, with illustrations by George von Westerflin. The game was first published by Abacus Spiel in 2003, followed by a Western release from Rio Grande Games in the same year. The game accommodates 3 to 5 players, takes around 15 minutes to play, and is suitable for ages 7 and up. In this game, players become the esteemed guests of the king, invited to a grand banquet. The objective is to feast on as much food as possible, but it's taboo to eat more portions of any food entry than the king himself. Players must navigate this rule carefully to maximize their points. Adding to the fun, the king's pet dragon, Emerald, occasionally joins in to nibble on the king's meals. The player with the most points at the end of the game wins. I really miss those old card games from the late 90s and early 2000s. Games like Guillotine, Bonanza, and No Thanks. They were staples of game night and continue to be loved years later. King's Breakfast is no exception. It's a fun and delightful game that captures that nostalgic charm. Overall, King's Breakfast is always a blast to play. It's a delightful game that I would love to see return in a newer version, so more players can discover this wonderful card game. Before we move on to the next game, if you've been enjoying these game selections so far, feel free to like and subscribe for more board and card games just like these. Next up, we have Twisty Tracks. Twisty Tracks is a delightful puzzle game that combines tile placement with racing mechanics, allowing players to create their own intricate railways. Designed by Jeffrey D. Allers, illustrated by Brigitte and Delacato, and published by Rio Grande Games. This game invites 1 to 4 players to embark on an exciting journey filled with strategy and competition. Players build winding tracks through diverse landscapes while racing to reach valuable stations, all while earning points for both travel distances and successful station visits. In summary, Twisty Tracks is a well-rounded game that successfully combines enjoyable mechanics, beautiful artwork, and a captivating theme. With its engaging gameplay and fast-paced nature, it appeals to both casual gamers and enthusiasts. The vibrant setting and strategic elements create a memorable experience, making Twisty Tracks a fantastic addition to any game collection. Whether you're racing to the finish or savoring the journey, this game offers endless fun and excitement for players of all ages. If you enjoy other games with twisting paths like Suro, Streetcar, Metro, and Indigo, then Twisty Tracks might resonate with you as well. Next up, we have Deities. This is a city building game with area control and tile placement. The game is designed by Gary Kim, illustrated by Laura Bivon, and is published by Mandu Games. The game can be played by 2 to 4 players. Deities is a competitive game where players take on the roles of ancient revered gods, vying to become the supreme deity of a young, thriving civilization. The game board represents the mortal kingdom, and players place their village tokens on the board to claim resources and expand their influence. A unique game system allows players to build long, straight lines of tokens to collect resources. but each time resources are gathered, they must be flipped on the board, potentially benefiting opponents. Players must strategically place their tokens, gather resources to erect new buildings, and unlock powerful disciple and development tiles to craft their own divine strategies. The competition intensifies as the mortals grow and prosper under the guidance of the competing deities. Only one deity can emerge victorious and be crowned the supreme god at the end of the game, the player with the most points from their accomplishments. It is a celestial struggle for ultimate supremacy over the mortal realm. Overall, I was impressed with what Deities had to offer. The game had great artwork, cool components, and the gameplay was quite solid. All of the game's mechanics worked together seamlessly. Definitely a game worth checking out, and especially if you're a fan of this style of gameplay. Next up, we have Palopony's card game. What if you could shape the fate of an ancient civilization in just 45 minutes? Dive into the Palopony's card game, where every decision counts. Palopony's card game is a city building and civilization card game featuring mechanics such as bidding, open drafting, set collection, highest lowest scoring, and variable player powers. Designed by Bernd Eisenstein, illustrated by Matthias Kretrin, and published by Iron Games in 2015. It accommodates 1 to 5 players, takes about 45 minutes to play, and is suitable for ages 10 and up. The Peloponnese, a peninsula in southern Greece, had faced numerous challenges throughout history, including earthquakes, major conflicts like the Peloponnesian War, and economic decline following the fall of the Byzantine Empire. Despite these hardships, the Peloponnese remains a vital cultural and historical region. In Peloponnese card game, players assume the roles of various civilizations in the Peloponnese. They bid on power cards, which include buildings and landscapes, to construct their own tableaus. Players will encounter challenges such as catastrophes and the necessity to supply their civilizations. The game concludes after 8 rounds, with the player achieving the highest lowest score from their population points or power points declared the winner. I've been playing a lot of games from Iron Games recently, and I have to say that I've been having a blast with all of them. Peloponnese card game is no exception. What I really enjoy about Bernd Eisenstein's designs is how he consistently pushes the limits of game mechanics, and I've loved every single minute of playing. This game seriously packs a punch with just a total of 144 cards, including summary cards and 15 wooden markers. It feels like a light civilization game that combines elements from Kevin Wilson's Sid Meier's Civilization, the board game, Stefan Feld's In the Year of the Dragon, and Alexander Pfister's Oh My Goods, into one brilliant experience. The gameplay is challenging with 5 different catastrophes that can occur, alongside 3 supply phases that add another layer of complexity. Who knew running a civilization could be this demanding? Overall, Peloponnese card game is another brilliant title that I've thoroughly enjoyed. The gameplay is sweet, strategic, and challenging. I've been so impressed by Iron Games' offerings that I've already picked up the original Peloponnese and its expansions. If you enjoy civilization games with city building mechanics and a classical aesthetic, this game is a no-brainer. Go for it, it's simply awesome. Next up, we have Butterfly Kingdom. Welcome to Ilha Formosa, the beautiful island of Taiwan. In Butterfly Kingdom, you'll collect stunning butterflies while mastering strategic gameplay. Let's dive in. Butterfly Kingdom is an abstract strategy card game featuring hand management, melding and splaying, take that, and set collection mechanics. It is designed by Ice-Rain Lynn, illustrated by Wesley Lynn, and is published by Ice-Rain Games in 2025. The game accommodates 3 to 5 players, takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play, and is suitable for ages 9 and up. Players are transported to the beautiful island of Taiwan, known for its stunning natural features like mountains, forests, rivers, and coastlines. Taiwan's unique landscape, shaped by tectonic activity, supports diverse flora and fauna, making it a haven for nature enthusiasts. In the game, players assume the roles of entomologists in the early 1900s, searching for endemic butterflies. During the 1950s, Large-scale collecting and exports earned Taiwan the nickname the Kingdom of Butterflies. Players aim to collect sets of butterflies to complete their research, scoring prestige points based on the sets played. The game lasts a number of rounds equal to the number of players, and the player with the most prestige points at the end is declared the winner. Overall, I had a great time playing Butterfly Kingdom. It gave me feelings of nostalgia, reminding me of older games that I used to love, like Mahjong, Hand, or even my time spent playing the Yakuza series, a video game series. The beautiful artwork adds to the overall charm of the game. While the theme may feel somewhat pasted, there is much to learn about the different types of butterflies on the cards, making it a great educational experience about the indigenous butterflies of Taiwan, my home. Next up, we have Mezzan. Mezzan is an abstract strategy game with pattern building and connections. The game is designed by Nikita Sorokin, illustrated by Maria Stankiewicz, and is published by Hobby World. The game can be played by 1 to 5 players. Mezzan is a game set in the far north, inspired by famous Mezzan painting style. Players assume the role of craftsmen, creating ornamental paintings to earn victory points. Mezzan is a wonderful abstract strategy game that I have really enjoyed playing. I love the theme and setting for this game. I didn't know anything about this craft or painting style before playing, but the rulebook dedicated a few pages to cover the origins of this craft, which was a very interesting read. The artwork in the game is fabulous and I am mesmerized by it. The gameplay is really fun and delightful, and it really makes you think about how to position your tiles. Overall, it's a fantastic game, especially if you enjoy abstract strategy games. Highly recommended. Next up, we have Zylin Flynn. Zylin Flynn, Pull the Leash Flynn, is a children and family board game designed by Stefan Dura and Manfred Reindl, illustrated by Ante J. Flad, and published by Moses Verlag in 2013. This dexterity game features light memory mechanics and accommodates 2 to 5 players, taking approximately 15 minutes to play. It is suitable for ages 6 and up. Flynn, the mischievous pirate owl, has secretly stolen treasures from the ship and hoarded them in the crow's nest. The crew is furious and determined to retrieve their valuables, including goblets, the captain's saber, a treasure chest, jewelry for the pirate brides, and even some mice. Players must find the objects Flynn has hidden. The die indicates which item to search for. When you find the correct object, turn 1 gold coin to the yellow side. The first to flip all their coins wins. I really enjoy playing Zylin Flynn. This game is a lot of fun and brings so many delightful moments. It's perfect not only as a children's game but also as a family game, making it versatile for all ages. Pulling the string tiles from the stack is a hilarious challenge. It's much easier said than done, and after just a few pulls, the stack is likely to collapse. It feels like a mix of hot potato and Jenga, especially when the stack is wobbling and on the verge of tumbling down. Watching it happen is hilarious, though I wouldn't want to be the player who pulls the last string. Overall, Zylin Flynn is an incredibly fun game that it's always a blast to play. As much as I want to play it more often, I do worry about the strings possibly breaking or ripping. I'm even considering getting an extra copy just to have some spare parts. But since the game is hard to find, I'll have to be more cautious. After playing nearly all of Stefan Dura's games, Zylin Flynn ranks high on my list of favorite games in the children's and family board game category from this particular designer. This co-designed game with Manfred Reindl was a joy to play and is so much fun. Highly recommended. Next up, we have Train and Railway. Train and Railway is an engaging strategy game designed and illustrated by Zonger, where players step into the shoes of railroad tycoons on the fictional GG Island. Published by Good Game Studio, this game accommodates 2 to 4 players and typically lasts about an hour. The goal? To acquire resources, refine them, and deliver goods to cities in order to rack up the most points. As players navigate the game, they'll face the challenge of improving transportation infrastructure while meeting the diverse needs of various nations. Players will draw railways, transport goods, and complete contracts. all while managing their resources effectively. Who will rise to become the ultimate railroad magnate? As a fan of Zonger's work, I've been keeping an eye on this talented designer from Taiwan. Train and Railway lives up to the high standards set by his previous titles. I was particularly excited to try this game, as it is one of his bigger projects, and I can confidently say that I was not disappointed at all. His ability to create engaging gameplay experiences is commendable, and I look forward to seeing what he comes up with next. In conclusion, Train and Railway is a delightful addition to any board game collection, especially for fans of train-themed games. With its fun gameplay, stunning artwork, and thoughtful components, it offers an enjoyable experience for both casual and seasoned gamers alike. I wholeheartedly recommend giving it a try. You won't be disappointed. Next up, we have Tales on Fire. Are you ready to set your game night ablaze? Today we're diving into the fiery world of Tales on Fire, where every card played counts. Tales on Fire is a card game designed by Thomas Sellner, illustrated by Mayra Guadalupe Orlenes Ramos, and published by Heidelberg Games in 2022. This game accommodates 2 to 6 players, takes approximately 20 minutes to play, and is recommended for ages 10 and up. It blends unique mechanics such as hand management, kill steal, and King of the Hill, where players assume the roles of opossums competing to gather the most fire icons to emerge victorious. Tales on Fire is a refreshingly unique card game, characterized by engaging mechanics and dynamic gameplay. It is far from a typical chill card game. Instead, it demands strategic thinking, particularly when deciding which starting cards to play at the beginning of each round. While the initial gameplay may feel overwhelming or random, the game truly shines after several plays, revealing its depth and strategic possibilities. I particularly enjoyed the Trickster card's dynamics, as it offers opportunities to block opponents and shift the game's momentum. This game kinda reminded me of Reiner Knizia's Cats and Jammer Blues, which also struggle with poor first impressions from the players, but is a hidden gem that can be appreciated after several plays. Players should not be hasty in judging a game based on a single experience. Tales on Fire may also have a poor first impression, but I recommend giving it a few tries to fully appreciate its unique mechanics. Overall, Tales on Fire is a delightful game that requires the right mindset and player group to truly shine. If you're in search of a unique card game that plays best with 4 players, this title is definitely worth exploring. Next up, we have Food for Thought. What if the meals we savor also nourish our minds? Join me as we explore the connections between food and thought. Food for Thought is a strategy and resource management game featuring worker placement mechanics, designed by Karen Noblaw and illustrated by Naomi Robinson. It is published by Grail Games in 2024. The game accommodates 1 to 4 players and typically takes around 90 minutes to play. In Food for Thought, players strive to balance their lifestyles to achieve optimal nutrition by cooking, eating specific recipes, and working out. The game is designed by a registered dietitian who is also an avid board gamer. I have thoroughly enjoyed my experience with Food for Thought. The gameplay is both engaging and fun, challenging players to strike the perfect balance in their diets to maximize their points by the game's end. Achieving this balance is no easy feat, as it requires strategic thinking and foresight about how to manage food tokens in your kitchen and your body. Overall, Grail Games has done a wonderful job with Food for Thought, and I absolutely love how the entire production has come together. It's a delightful game designed by Karen Noblaw, and the stunning artwork by Naomi Robinson truly brings the game to life. If you enjoy engaging games like Lords of Waterdeep or Hot Pot Holic, this gem is sure to resonate with you as well. Next up, we have Lone Wolves. Lone Wolves is a 2-player dueling card game that blends area control with trick-taking mechanics. Designed by Yasuyuki Nakamura and Anthony Perrone, and illustrated by Zinko Kang and Yuan Momoko. The game invites players to step into the role of wolf pack leaders vying for dominance in a fierce wilderness. Your goal is to become the alpha by strategically dispatching wolves to various territories, outsmarting your opponent, and learning from each encounter. In Lone Wolves, players battle across 13 rounds or tricks, using a deck of 30 wolf cards, divided into 5 suits. Each player starts with a hand of 13 cards, while the territories they fight for are represented on a central board. Players earn honor points by controlling territories and acquiring scar tokens, which can also influence scoring. The player with the most honor points at the end of the game is declared the winner. Lone Wolves is an awesome 2-player card game. The dueling aspect of the game offers some exciting back and forth that keeps both players engaged throughout. The tension builds as you strategize your moves, trying to outsmart your opponent. In conclusion, Lone Wolves is a very strategic and engaging game that I wholeheartedly recommend for anyone seeking a fun 2-player game. A blend of tactical dueling and area control keeps the gameplay fresh and exciting. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or new to the genre, this game is sure to be a hit at your next game night. Next up, we have Barrel Dice. Barrel Dice is a push your luck party game designed by Andreas Schmidt, illustrated by Ricio and Wang Jingil, and is published by Plate. The game can be played by 3 to 6 players. Welcome to the renowned Tipsy Hippo Tavern, where merriment awaits. The players indulge in the delightful libations, for the ale flows generously on the house. However, you should exercise moderation, as the complimentary beer is subject to the barkeep's tolerance. Beware, for those who push the boundaries may face dire consequences. The player who collects the most beer mugs wins the game. The gameplay in Barrel Dice is very lighthearted and a joy to play. I really enjoyed trying to roll those barrel dice, but it wasn't as easy to get them to stand as it looks. You really have to maneuver and level up your dice cup rolling skills to get them to stand. And it's always a blast when multiple barrels do stand, especially the ones of high value and the times too. The game is fast-paced, easy to learn and teach, plays really well at all player counts, and typically takes around 30 minutes or less to play. Overall, Barrel Dice is a fun party game of push your luck that's great as a filler or bar game. Now before I wrap up, I'd like to highlight that I've translated the rules for 2 games into English in my reviews over on BoardGameGeek. 1. Guessing Foodies in Taiwan. And 2. Zylin Flynn. Additionally, I've received a preview copy of the next game in the Walking In series from Emperor S4, Walking in Osaka. I've covered the game on BoardGameGeek as well. If you're interested, let me know if you'd like me to do a video preview. It's absolutely gorgeous and offers some great thinky puzzles. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you played any of these games, let me know in the comments which ones you've enjoyed or which game you're planning to try next. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and see you next time.